Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to this special session. The reason that I started Zoom is the COVID 2 years ago. So thank you for your support for the past 2 years. So this talk is recorded in the blog and later will also be recorded in the YouTube. So if you miss any of the text, you can always refer back to the blog. And for those who are interested in my blog, you can join as a follower. Below the first page on the right-hand corner, there's a word follow. Just type in your email address and subsequent posts by me will be, you will receive an email copy. So as I said, this is the last session of Zoom and we are moving forward to do it physical and put all the COVID behind us and live as normal as we can. So, and also I thank all of you who has following me faithfully for the past 2 years. So because of this is the last Zoom session, I try to make it as memorable as possible. And I'm going to set a quiz for you all after the photo taking. And the one that answered the multiple choice question correctly, just type in the number on the chat box. You will get this from me. Okay, this is a data cable that can use for any type of smartphone for charging and also for data transferring. Now, in the on-site session in Harbourfront, I try to rotate the topic and not only talking on digital literacy all the time. So this coming Saturday, I'm talking about life experience, not a IT topic. So I definitely encourage people who attend the session to talk about themselves. If nobody talk, then I have no choice. I will share with you part of my life story. I have many sections of my life story. So if you come to the session, you will see I'm in a way special, not a normal person in that sense. So today's talk is basically how to speed up your laptop or desktop. Not Apple laptop, PC, running on Windows 10 or Windows 11. So this is just the cover page of my recorded video when I going to process it that time. You can see this also in YouTube, but they may talk it differently from what I'm talking, but the objective is still the same. Some of them, they tell you something a bit dangerous. That's why I never recommend you all. I only recommend those that even you make a mistake, nothing will happen to your laptop or desktop. Now, before you start doing these 9 tips that I have, it's good to ask yourself these 5 questions. Do you have 2 antivirus programs in your computer? In the old days, what happened is when you buy a new laptop, either McAfee or Northern will give you a free trial for 30 days or so. So when the salesperson activate for you, technically you are killing the Windows 10 antivirus. So when the 30 days is over, you don't pay up, the Northern or the McAfee will stop giving you updates and you not even aware that you don't have any more updated protection. So that is very dangerous. So if you are in that type of situation, come to Harbourfront during the talk. I can do the removal of the free antivirus for you. The other thing is, once you have a PC, it's good to have a Microsoft ID and a Gmail account. The reason you will know as you use the laptop, and make sure your laptop is fully activated. If it is not fully activated, normally Microsoft knows about it and they will never give you any update. Now, it's very hard to explain to you what is in the laptop computer or desktop computer, especially in this topic I'm talking about. So I just give you a picture of a very messy room full of Lego pieces. Now, the point is the child still can make a project out of all the Lego pieces in this room, but you will notice he will have difficulty finding the right piece for his project. So what is the consequence? The consequence is he is slow in getting his project done on time. So in a laptop, it's the same thing. Every time you connect to a website, every time you do a transaction, there are a lot of temporary files that is only useful during the session that you are on that topic. And after that, when you change to another website or change to another program, all these are thrown aside. And technically, these are called temporary files that are of no use. They will not use it again. So what happened? They occupy your storage space and your memory will get reduced a bit lah. So that is one of the explanation I can give you. There are many reasons, but that is one of the reasons I can give you. And on the side of the picture, you can also read some of the consequences. Now, what is housekeeping? Housekeeping is preventive maintenance. That means trying to make sure nothing will happen to your smart devices, either laptop, desktop, or even smartphone. But if something happened, find to be not working well or not working at all, that is not maintenance. That is considered repair already. And repair, as you know, you have to go to an authorized person and will pay money for it. So why not learn some preventive maintenance, like the 9 points I gave you, and practice it? Then you will prevent a lot of this failure. In housekeeping, or in the way to ensure that your system is working well and fast, you can ask yourself these 3 questions. Why my smartphone is running so slow? Why my booting time is so long? Booting time is normally less than 1 minute. Why it takes 3 minutes? So all these things you have to ask yourself. By asking, it removes fears. Then you challenge yourself. You learn how to overcome it. So that is where lifelong learning comes in. You come to classes like that, you mix up with us, mix up with all our interest group members. They have learned the skill, they will share with you the skill. So how? So the most important thing is don't stay at home. Come out and make friends and learn more by sharing your skill. You may know something the other party don't know. The other party may know something that you don't know. That is where we start to share. If it's a consequence, give you one example. I heard of people having a smartphone that have 1,000 pictures inside. Some are very precious and memorable. What happened one day? The smartphone just refused to work. How you are going to get out those pictures? So why not you follow my advice? Once you have more than 300 pictures in your smartphone, think of a way to remove out. So there are ways to remove out. You come and talk to us, we can show you. It's very easy. And if it is so important to you, you can even burn on the CD disc. And if it's still important to you, you can even put in the cloud. Most of these providers give you a free quantity of memory. Microsoft, Apple, Google, they give you. But you find that if not enough, you can join a private one and the memory is unlimited. You can store any amount you want. Now, I'm starting to give you the tips. Unfortunately, I can't demo to you unless it's a physical class. I can demo to you. So now, just follow this step. No need to copy all this in the blog, is already published. Follow this step. And the key word is Control, Alternate, Delete. Why are you doing that? You are doing that in order to remove all the unnecessary check before you start the computer. This is the time when you actually put on the power switch. You turn on the power switch. So the computer will check A, check B, check C. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? You know, that is what they're doing, okay? So after they check, when everything is ready, they give you the first page. And after that, you type in your screen code. And from there, you can start using the computer. So I have said that this normal putting time on a Windows 10 should not be more than 57 seconds. Should be around that 1 minute. But if yours is 3 minutes, means something is not so good. So you follow this step. Basically, there are many programs waiting to be checked. Program A, program B, program C. So basically, you are stopping them from checking. Force them to go directly to the start page. That is the idea of this tip, okay? Go home and practice it. It's very safe. You will make mistake, they just don't obey you, and then nothing will happen to your laptop. This second tip, the key word is number 2. The first one is the process. You bring out a menu. The menu is give you a facilities to communicate with the computer. So number 1 is bring out a menu. It's just a small white sheet of paper or whatever is on your screen by pressing Window key and R. Once you do that, you bring out a white paper waiting for you to give the command to your computer, your laptop or your desktop. And the command is given percentage, 10%. That is the command you are telling the computer that I want you to remove all this away. So what the computer will do, once you type that, you type OK, they will list out all the things that you have used. I don't know how long, maybe 6 months, you never do this, 6 months or what, they list it out. All you need to do is highlight the whole thing. I hope you know how to highlight. Click, left click the first one, then go to the last one, hold the shift key and left click again. Then they highlight everything and you delete away. What are you doing? You are actually removing all the temp files away since the last time you have done it. So if you have never done it before and your laptop is 2 years old, it shows that for 2 years, all these things are hiding in your laptop, doing nothing and just occupying your space. Okay, so try it out. Second one, same meaning, but the command word is temp. Don't ask me why to process. It may be in different area. Okay, I never go so deep into why they give 2 process. 1% with percentage on both sides. One command is without percentage. Just follow the rules. You will get another set of temporary files. Do the same thing. Highlight the first one and highlight the last one. Everything highlighted, just delete. Sometimes they don't allow you to delete everything. 1 or 2 files still remain. Doesn't matter. The reason is because those 2 files are still in working mode. So when they are in working mode, they don't allow you to click away. So leave it. 1 or 2 file remainder doesn't matter. Just leave it. Okay, so that is the third tip. The fourth tip is still the same. Window key plus R. But the command word is prefetch. Another area in your computer that has a lot of temporary files. So with this command, they will bring out all the unnecessary files. This fourth command has a lot compared to the 2 and 3. Doesn't matter, don't get scared. Just highlight the first one, highlight the last one, and remove everything away. It's very safe. Sometimes they ask you, do you have permission? You just click continue. Because once you can do this, means you have permission. Not to worry, just continue and you will do the rest. So this is another, so you notice that there are 3 sets of temp files that you have to remove. 3 sets. One is percentage, temp, percentage. Second one is temp. Third one is prefetch. Okay. Now come to the 5th one. Do you know that in PC, every one of you have a Microsoft Store icon or app? That Microsoft app is for you to download small program, either free or payable. So that is something like the marketplace, where once you click the Windows store or Microsoft store, you can buy anything you want, or you can download anything you want. So this program is actually a download program, Microsoft Store download program. And as you use it often, this program also get messed up. So how to reset this program? The keyword is Windows Store reset. That is the keyword. Once you do this, your computer screen suddenly go black, you know. A lot of people ring me up and say, hey, what happened? My computer spoiled or what, black? I told them, just be patient. They are working behind the scene. And you can notice a cursor on the top left-hand corner, one small bar blinking away. Okay, so not to worry. The whole screen will get black with a cursor blinking at the left top corner. That shows that the program is clearing all the unnecessary actions you have taken since the last time you do it. So if your Windows Microsoft Store not working properly, cannot download things properly, this is a very good cleanup, I call it cleanup, that you can do yourself. Okay, so that is the 5th step. The 6th one is a bit tricky, but you have to remember the step in order to achieve what you want. You are not using the window plus R. This one, you're going directly to communicate with the computer program, what should I say, the Microsoft operating program. It's like a programmer like that, but you are doing only a simple job, talking to them. So if you want to talk to the computer program, you have to go to the command mode. CMD is a command mode. So how to get the command mode? Very simple. Go to the search bar. You know, on your first page, below left-hand corner, there's a magnifying glass. That bar is called a search bar. You just type the word CMD. Then on top, there's a black space to tell you command prompt. Command prompt. Left click on it, then the whole screen will turn black with a few words. That is called the status where the computer is ready to take your command. I repeat again, this tip 6, you have to go directly to the operating system and communicate with them. To do that, you have to put your PC on the command mode. To put it on the command mode, you don't know how to get it. You go below left-hand corner, there's a magnifying glass. You just type CMD. Then straight away, the command prompt, the thing will come out. You left click, then your whole computer screen will turn black with a few words here and there. All you need to do is to type in ipconfig/flush DNS and press enter. I repeat again, that is the command you're giving, ipconfig/flush FLUSH DNS and press enter. What are you doing? You are technically removing all your web addresses away. That means all the web addresses that you have accumulated every time you connect to A, connect to B, connect to C, all these are stored inside it, occupies some memory. And some people ask me, what happens if I do a bank transaction? I don't want my computer have the record that I went to the bank. You can do this, but it's a bit troublesome. Every time you go to one bank, then you come to this command mode. So we have to trust the system. The bank will also look after what you are doing. So in my opinion, not necessary. But once in a while, you can do as an overall clearing or like clearing house like that. Okay, so the command word is ipconfig/flush DNS. Okay, And when it is done properly, you will see the word successfully flushed. You will see the word. If successfully flushed is not appear, they will give you error. That means you check your spelling. You may have some spelling on the command. So that is as simple as that. You make a mistake, they don't obey you. You get it correctly, they will tell you successful. It appears very fast, less than 1 second, the answer will come out because the computer speed is very fast. This one is provided when you buy the Windows OS. We call it the disk cleaning tool. This one is good if you use it once in a while. And remember the disk cleaning tool, actually there are 2 programs inside. Most of the people are not aware. One program is clean the system. You read the word carefully at the bottom of the menu, clean the system. Once you activate this icon, this clean icon, first clean the system. And after the system is clean, they will come back to the page again. Then you put a check to every file that you want to delete. Normally, I delete everything. So you check everything. And that will save you some memory also. They will tell you how much memory is there. So this is also another way to clear away some store up memory that is not of much use. So that is tip 7. This one is a habit. I suggest that every time you use a computer, once a week or once a month, try to do this. What you are doing is you are telling your system what you are at that moment of time. So in case there's any trouble, the system will tell you, you want to restore from which point. And normally when you want to create a restore point, normally we put the date, okay? It's good to put the date, don't put a name, okay? So the date can be 02/05/22. It means 02 means 2nd of May, year 22. Then if the next one you do, you put another date. So if every time you are in trouble, you go to restore mode, they'll ask you which one you want to restore. Then you choose your latest one. And you only do restore point when your computer is working properly. Don't do when it's not working properly. So that is the advice I give you. So try to create the name on a date basis, and all this will be recorded in your computer in case of trouble. When you want to restore your computer, that is where they take the reference from. Okay. And the last one is the most important one. You know the difference between restore point and recovery drive? Restore point means your computer is still working, but not working very well. That's tip number 8. I repeat again. Tip number 8 is your computer is still working, but not working very well. And you want to restore back to that date that you know that is working well. Tip number 9 is your computer totally not working, cannot start. So if you have this, it will save the day. So when people ring me up, ask him to help to do this, first question I ask, do you have a recovery drive? You don't have a recovery drive, I have no choice. I have to reinstall the OS for you. And Microsoft sometimes allow you to reinstall the program, but sometimes they don't. If they don't allow you to reinstall, that means you cannot activate. If you cannot activate, means you cannot use your computer properly. So what happened? You have to go to Simlim to buy another license to install in your laptop or desktop. That is what I do. And now one of these license, I just recently bought one. It's about $180. So if you have this drive, you save $180. And you also save your license because this one recognize you are the genuine owner of that laptop. Everything is inside. So when you recover, technically they reinstall the Windows 10 for you. And to do that, you must have a 16 GB of thumb drive and all these things. Okay. Now, another tip. If you create this at a certain date, and the certain date give you a version, maybe 2H, I can't remember the code, 2HV something. If they change the version, you have to recreate again on the same thumb drive. Indirectly, you overwrite it. Okay, and worst of all, if your Windows 10 upgrade to Windows 11, Microsoft allow if your hardware can do it. So from what I understand, if your motherboard is of version 5 and above, you can do it. If your motherboard is 4 and below, I think the hardware don't support Windows 11. How do I know the generation of the motherboard? You go to Simlim, you see the box. The first number is the generation number. So if the first number is 510 or whatever it is, it's called the 5th generation. It is 470 means it's the 4th generation. From what I understand, 4th generation, not every motherboard can convert it to Windows 11 freely. But for 5th generation, you can. Okay, so if you, from 10, you convert to 11, your recovery drive have to reformat again and restore again, because all the files are totally different. And next time when you try to restore, you cannot restore. So just remember this point, okay? All these things you are still not familiar, can come to Harbourfront, we can have a discussion. If it's a too long discussion, we can actually, after the class, go for a coffee chat. We can also talk, okay? That is the reason why I choose 2 to 4. 2 to 4, then I have a backup of 4 to 6 to talk to you all. Then I go for dinner. If still have to talk, I can stay until 9 p.m. Sometimes I have coffee chat with them until 9 p.m. Okay, so that is my lifestyle that I can share with you all. Now, most of our PC is using the standard hard drive. I'm talking about you buy a desktop, not laptop, desktop. I think laptop the same. Laptop, they have smaller version of the hard disk. This hard disk is considered the old model. It has moving parts. So if you want to buy a new laptop or a new desktop, ask for the solid state hard disk. It improves the speed a lot, okay? But if you build yourself, definitely you can buy yourself. But if you don't build yourself, you want to buy from those retailers, ask them, is the hard disk installing the operating system a solid state type, or is it a standard hard disk that has moving part? Then the salesman will know what you are talking about. It's not much more expensive. It's not much more expensive, okay? So even hard disk in a laptop, they can make it so small, it still has moving part inside. If you know what I mean, you open up an old laptop, you see it's still moving part. That is no good. So now everybody using solid state. So that is another advice I can share with you all. Okay. This one is just a reminder. I have conducted this lesson many times. Okay. So remember, a smartphone, a laptop or desktop is not a storage device. It's only a temporary device for you to put whatever you, like smartphone, you take a picture, it's only temporary. If you care for the picture, you have to follow what I advise you. More than 300, take it out. How to do it? Normally from smartphone, we transfer to a laptop, just by a cable only, no program required, or to a desktop. Then from laptop, we can transfer to an external drive, or we can burn it on CD. Don't try to put it on thumb drive, because thumb drive, you very easily you misplace and all that. Or put in the cloud. There's so many free accounts. If free account not enough for all your important pictures and documents, go and rent a private cloud company. I have a private cloud company that I store all my family photos. At this moment, I have uploaded more than 22,000 pictures inside. So one account can share with the whole family, because the account is unlimited memory. So, but it's quite tedious work, because you have to take the physical photo in the old days. scan it, digitize it, then edit it a bit, then arrange it into a story mode, then you upload it. So I spent nearly 1 full month to do the whole lot, 22,000 of them. Not from one family, from a few families, all my children's family. So that is how you should keep your valuable memories in that order. I repeat again, first, from your smartphone, you transfer to laptop or desktop. Then from laptop or desktop, you can transfer to external drive or put in the cloud. These are some of the tools you can get. In the old days, we can get advanced system care free. But now, I don't know. I still have the copy free. It's doing quite a good job for me. But you can try advanced system care. The other one is free, total PC cleaner. But you must know the trick. They always prompt you to pay. You just ignore them, you still can use it. That is on Microsoft. Memory cleaner is more for Apple laptop, also free. Then this cleaner is provided in your OS. So these are some of the tools. I haven't tried other tools, but I have enough tools to help me to clean up together with the 9 tips that I told you. When a provider asks you to upgrade their operating system, trust them. Just follow the instruction. So here is give you the idea where we are now. If you have an Apple laptop, you must have version 11.6.5. If not, means that you didn't follow the instruction to update. Or your laptop is too old, they don't allow you to update. So that is the reason, okay? Apple iPhone, you should get 15.4.1. Same thing. If you can't get these 2 reasons, either you lazy, never update, or the version of Apple you buy is too old, they don't allow you to update. The reason is because the hardware cannot support the latest version. If you have any Android phone, Samsung or anything, the version is 12. So if you don't have 12, not so important, but most important is don't go down too low. I only give a guide of not more than 2 steps down. So if you have version 10, version 11, still okay, no need to throw the phone away. But if you have version 7 Android phone, then you think of upgrading. If not, there's a lot of things you can't do. Then for Windows desktop, now is version 21H2. Okay, 21H2. Unless you are allowed to go to Windows 11, I don't know what version it is. So this is the latest on Windows, either Windows 11 or Windows 10 21H2. So these are just a guide to tell you where you are. You go back and check and see where you are. I give this picture to you. Can you take a picture of this? This is the summarized version of the 9 tips I give you. So once you get it, you no need to go to the blog to take the picture. Okay. Normally what I do is I write this on a name card and I put in my pocket because initially I always forget the command. But after some time, you will know the command. Okay. So take a picture of it and do whatever you want. Either take a name card, blank name card, then you can write down, or write on a piece of paper and put in your wallet or purse. And you can go to your children's house or what and show them and let them practice it also. It's very useful, these 9 tips, okay? Doesn't mean that only you can use it. Your children, your grandchildren, or laptop also can use it.